Okay, title is My boyfriend, 24 male, threatened to break up over Miss Dior and now won't talk to me, 22 female, because I left. This is coming from relationship advice. My boyfriend and me have been together for almost 2 years now. Aside from some small bumps in the road, we have been in a very good place throughout the whole relationship. However, last night things escalated over, in my opinion, something super dumb. But he thinks differently of that, and now stopped talking to me. It started when we were on the bed. He was gaming and I was on my laptop looking to order a new perfume. Since I stopped my job to focus on studying, I don't have as much income, so I decided to not get the expensive perfume I usually go for, Miss Dior. I thought it'd be better to find a body spray with a resembling scent. As he was looking over my shoulder, he asked me what I was doing, so I explained. He then reacted, saying I wore Miss Dior in our first period of dating, and it is, quote, my smell, and how it was one of the things that attracted him to me. I must admit that this made me a bit annoyed, because I'd rather get that perfume too, but it's just not a responsible thing to do right now. He started rambling on how I care more about saving money than I care about him. I said that's not true, but then he kept saying his hypersensitivity issues can't deal with adjusting to a new scent. I said I'd find a scent similar to my old one, but he wasn't content. At this point, he said he'd have to break up with me if I would go for another scent. I found this hilarious and thought he surely must be joking, so I laughed, which made him go silent. I let him be because I was really annoyed, and we went to sleep. Now he left early morning and doesn't respond to my texts or calls. I have no idea what to do, and I'm starting to doubt how I handled the situation. Any advice?
No,
Advice? Break up.
Yeah, I can't imagine me being like, I'm only interested in you because of the perfume that you use, and you are never allowed to use any perfume other than that one. But like, and like at the most, if that is a thing, and
Buy it.
Exactly.
Buy
if
it for
I'm
her.
like, I need you to smell like this, honey, don't worry, I'll get it for you.
She literally cannot afford it.
I feel like there's nothing, maybe there's not that much wrong with being like, oh, I love that perfume smell. How about I get that for you?
Yes, exactly.
I feel like even then, there's a fucking yellow flag in there.
It's controlling.
It's controlling. It's like, you only like me if I smell like this certain way. It's controlling. But at the very bare minimum, if you want to be that controlling person, then you need to offer to buy it yourself. You're a toxic controlling person if you're like, you need to buy it.
Even though you're a student and have zero income.
Exactly. Yeah, that stuff's $260 from Sephora.
Yes, Dior.
I can't believe that. Would you like some? Like,
I've never smelled. I don't wear perfume.
Like, I know, right? Like, if you were a perfume person and I saw you put on different scents, that would be like a gift item for Christmases and stuff that I would be like, oh, maybe she'd like a different scent or a new one or something like that. But like, you never put on that stuff. But like, I never put on that stuff either.
Yeah.
Like, Kat bought me some Jaguar cologne like 7 years ago. It's full bottle in my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I very
You actually
rarely.
did put some on the other night.
I did. Why did I do that?
Was it Valentine's Day?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe.
I know why I put it on.
Why?
I put on one of the dress shirts that were in my closet.
It smelled?
Not smelled,
Oh.
but like it hadn't. But when I was working, they used to get washed and rotated regularly.
Yeah.
That one's just been sitting in there for like a year and a half. That just hasn't been washed or worn in a year and a half. So I was just like, just freshen this up a little bit. And it's Valentine's Day. We'll just throw a little bit.
Yeah.
I used to wear stuff a lot when I was in school, and then
Me too, in school.
I just got over it. I was
Me
like,
too.
I don't care. Like, natural smells.
I think it's just like an
fine.
expense that I don't need.
It's just a waste. There's one here that says a special edition for $5,500.
Huh?
It comes in a little box. It's the same size. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Wow. I mean, like, I like perfume on other people, but I guess I just don't care that much. Like,
When we build the house and we have the nice walk-in closet, we'll make sure there's a little perfume section for you. And then maybe I would buy you things more as like, it's nice to look at, not I care if it's used or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess for me, I just don't value.
I don't value. I put no value on that stuff. When I was in high school, I got the Hummer H2 cologne. Used to be my favorite one. Hummer. I don't know. It's like the vehicle Hummer.
Oh, okay.
They had like a Hummer cologne. It was like in a cool little shaped bottle, like the H.
So
And
manly.
yeah, it felt manly. I loved it. And then I think I got the Ferrari. I got the Ferrari cologne at one point too, like that. That's
In
what I
high
used to wear in
school,
high school.
I only ever wore the Britney Spears perfume, specifically the purple bottle. If anybody knows, please drop it in the comments. I had the pink bottle too. My mom used to love the pink bottle, but I would only ever wear the, I don't remember what it was called, but
My high school, everybody wore the Axe body spray. That was
midnight. Sorry.
my high school era was prime Axe body spray era. That's when it
Yeah.
came about, and everybody had to have a can of Axe spray in their locker. But you had to have it in your locker because it only lasted for like 30 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
you had to respray yourself a couple times.
Yeah.
But I like the better colognes because those would like I would just put a little bit on my wrists and I would dab it and it would last a lot longer.
Yeah. I also used the women's Axe.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, there's a top comment that says, that was a difficult decision, but the right one. I don't know where you live, but in the UK/Ireland, Aldi does a great Miss Dior dupe on occasion. It's called Perfect Pink. OP replies, we do have an Aldi here, so I'm going to check it out. Thank you.
I will say that the bottle and the pink fluid on the inside,
It's cute.
yeah, it's cute.
All right, there's an update. Wow, first of all, thanks everyone who gave me advice and some tough love. I did not expect so many of you to help me and definitely teared up at some of your replies. After I posted this, I was a bit of a mess, but after hours of ignoring me, he texted me late in the evening and asked me to meet up because he does not want us to be in a bad place. I really wanted to talk to him, at least to clear things up, so I went to his place. When I got there, he acted a bit disappointed still, but he said he didn't want us to fight. I felt the same, but also took your advice to heart. The idea of letting him buy a bottle. However, for some context, I do think he might be on the spectrum. No diagnosis, but his dad is too. And it makes sense. So I did want to show him I care and take his hypersensitivity seriously. Therefore, I decided to suggest we pay half and half for a new Miss Dior, and then until that one would be finished, I'll make sure to do research to find a really good dupe. He was not as convinced. Told me it wasn't my birthday anytime soon. I explained that I understood, but we'd have to both compromise. Well, to quote his literal words, quote, if you're such a feminist, you should be so financially too. This got me fuming. I had no words, so this time I left. As per your advice in the replies, I did some thinking about the rest of our relationship. I realized other things in our relationship that at the time didn't sit quite right with me, were situations of him being controlling and self-concerned. Situations I always considered as little things he'd mean differently or would learn from. I was wrong. You were right. I asked him to meet up today and I dumped his ass. I feel terrible right now, but I know I'm better off. So any advice for a cheap, nice body spray?
Just use your natural BO. You don't need a body spray. Just get a deodorant. That's all you need. You don't need to be like smelling fancy for nobody. You shower, you shower and you wear deodorant. That's all you need to do. Everything else is fugazi.
Fugazi.
Fluff and puff.
Now I'm like, I kind of want to get into scents.
Me too.
This is like...
You want to buy it?
Miss Dior. No, I'm not spending that much money. Are you crazy?
I'll get it. If we weren't building a house, I would have already like checked out on Amazon.
What, the Miss Dior one for me?
Yeah, it was pink.
Oh.
It looked really cute. You know I'm a sucker for anything pink.
I know.
Yeah, no, fuck this guy. Like, bro, if you're such a feminist, then you should be buying it for me, or maybe not. I don't know about feminist or anything, but if you want me to smell like that, you should be fucking buying it for me. I don't know if that's feminism or not feminism. It doesn't freaking matter. It's principle. You want something to smell something, something to smell something like that, you buy it.
Agreed. Your words.
Words are hard.
Alrighty. Back to you.
All right. This is going to be my last one.